Screen is visible, right? Okay. So today we shall study about physical properties of, or simply the properties of acids. Okay. So what is there actually inside this acid and what these acids are, right? Now, yesterday we have seen what we have seen. Just revise it. Before that, everyone turn on your cameras fast. Yes, sir. Yes. No. So yesterday we have seen about introduction related to acids, bases and salts, and what is meant by acids and even the types of acids. So mainly there are two types of acids. Which are those? Can you just repeat it? Very good. Organic acids and inorganic acids. Today let us see about the properties of acids. So what is the first property? Here we have some of the properties of acids. Acids have sour taste. First one is, the first property is that is taste. But you all should not taste that acids. Okay, don't taste it. Here already the tasty, the sour taste is there in your edible fruits or vegetables. From there you can tell that these acids have sour taste. And all citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and some of fruits, they have sour taste and even they have this acid content in them. So this is what first property of acid. Next one, conductivity. What is this conductivity? Here, acids in water makes water a good conductor of electricity. So when this acid is mixed with the water, or when this acid is present inside that water, electricity can be easily conducted because there are ions present in the acids. Because of that ions, electricity can be easily conducted. So when it is mixed with the water. Then solubility. So what is this solubility? Here, acids are soluble in water. Acids, they are soluble in water. Now, most of acids, they dissolve in water to form the solution. So when you mix acid with the water, they form solutions, like when sugar or salt is mixed with the water. Here, acids are concentrated or diluted depending upon the ratios of water. Diluting means what? Diluting means if you are taking 1 glass of water, there you are adding 1 or 2 teaspoon of acids. Then you will get their diluted solution of acids. Means lesser amount of acid and more amount of water. That is called diluted. Then what is concentrated solution? Concentrated means it is full of acid only. There is neither any other substance is mixed with that nor water. So concentrated means it is a very strong. Diluted means it is mixed with the water. So solubility means here acid can easily soluble in water and they form a solutions. Next one, corrosiveness. Corrosiveness means uh, harm. When a little drop of this acid fall on your skin or metal or wood, they would immediately destroy, they damage their surfaces, because acids are very corrosive in nature. They are very harmful. So they have tendency of damaging of which all substances, like paper. It may be a paper, wood, metals, or any your skins also. So when it fall on your skin, acid, when it fall on your skin or any metal, wood, they destroy the surface of that particular object or substance or your body skin also. So while handling these acids, you should take care of that, so that there should not be any burns of your skin and all, right? So that is why these acids are, yes, exothermic. That means when acid is mixed with the water, it gives heat. That is what exothermic reaction. Yeah. Now here what we were discussing, that is okay. Acids are corrosive, means harmful. uh, why it is we discussed. So that is why these all acids, whichever acids it may be, they are stored in the glass containers but not in wood and metal, because it is easily reacting with a wood, metal or any other paper container. So that is why these acids are what stored in the glass container, because this acid will not react with the glass. I'll show you that one in next slide. And you all should very careful when handling these all kinds of acids. Now litmus effect, this we will study later on, but for time being you just remember that when suppose this is litmus paper, okay, this is what litmus paper, this is in blue color. When you this litmus paper add it in a what acid solution, this litmus blue color will turn into red color. That means it this litmus paper show you that this container is containing of acid. If you want to check whether the solution given is acid, for that purpose litmus papers are used. When these litmus papers are dipped in that solution or acids, that blue will turn into red. And remember, when blue is turning to red, that means it is a acid. Okay, when red is turning into blue, that will become a base, that we will study in base section. But here you should remember that when blue is turning into red color, when it is dipping in a solution, that means that solution containing acid. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now we'll move to next one. Here you can see these are some of the acid like sulfuric acid, sodium hydroxide or hydrochloric acids. So these are what some of the acids which are stored in the glass containers, so that it is not corrosiveness for this all surface of the glasses. Am I clear? Yes, ma'am. Here you can see how these acids are stored in the glass container. Now, safety in handling acids and bases. Here, some of the precautions are there where we can take them while handling these acids and bases. So, when acids are, or we can say strong acids, when they are mixed with the water, heat is produced. Vapors are produced, or you can say the gases are produced when strong acids are mixed with the water, and it is very harmful when you breathe inside that gases. So for that purpose, here I have taken some of the precautions what you have to do. So heat is produced when strong acid is mixed with the acid in water. So take the following precautions when diluting acid. Diluting, in a sense, I told that when you are mixing acid with the water, means you are diluting that solution. So when you are doing that procedure, heat is produced. That heat is very harmful. Okay, never add water to an acid. So when you're diluting that solution, you should not add water to acid. Instead, add acid to water in smaller amount. Do not add water to acid. Water is not added to acid. Acid is slowly and slowly it is added to the water. Then it will become dilute, and there is no more harmful than adding this water to acid, like when acid is adding to the water. Now here we'll see the pH. What is this pH scale? What is acidic, alkaline, neutral? Okay. So remember that pH scale. pH means power of hydrogen ions. So can you see that hydrogen ions over here on the screen? H plus, H plus. Yeah. So if that solution is having more number of hydrogen ions, okay, if it is having more number of hydrogen ions, that means it is a acid. Okay. If that solution is having more number of OH ions, that means it is a base. Even base is also called as alkaline solution or alkaline. And here, yeah, this is what pH scale. This is pH scale, and this pH scale will start from actually 0 to 14. Okay, it starts from 0 to 14. It is actually 1 to 13. It is there on your screen. pH scale will start from 0 and end to 14. Now, here in this scale, what you have to study is if if pH is less than 7, if pH is less than 7, that means this part, left hand side of the scale, then that solution is acidic. Okay, that pH of that solution is acidic. Then if the pH is greater than 7, that means the solution is alkaline. Alkaline means base, that we will study. Now you remember, if the pH scale is less than 7, then it is acidic. Less than 7 means what here? Here this side, the concentration of H plus ions, the power of ions here it is more. Where there is a H plus ion is more, then there is acid, you can say. Okay, there is a presence of acid. Remember, acidic means more number of H plus ions. Alkaline or basic means more number of OH ions. I'll show you that later. Okay. If pH level is exactly equal to 7, if pH level on the scale it is exactly equal to 7, that means it is neutral. Neither H plus ions nor OH plus ions, or they may be equal to each other. Means neutral it is. Neutral means neither H plus nor OH. You can remember like this. If there is a H plus ion is more, then that is acidic in nature. If there is a OH ions are more, then that is basic in nature. Understood? Yes? Acids have pH less than 7 on the pH scale. So pH scale is scale used to find whether substance is acidic or basic. Now here we'll see reaction of metal with the acid. When metals reacts with the acid, then what happens for that, right? So metals, when they react with the acid, we get product as a metal salt with a hydrogen gas. Okay, here I have given some of the example like magnesium. Magnesium is what? Magnesium is a metal. So when magnesium metal is reacted with the hydrochloric acid, we get product as a magnesium chloride salt. Okay, so magnesium chloride, it is a metal salt. Along with that, one more product we get, that is hydrogen gas H2, right? Remember, when metals reacts with the acids, we get metal salt along with the hydrogen gas. For example, here I have taken metal as a magnesium metal and as well as aluminium metal. So when these metals reacts with the hydrochloric acids, we get uh, respective metal salts along with the hydrogen gases. These are two examples. If you want, you can note it down. Later on, I'll upload this in a YouTube. Okay. Okay. So when metal reacts with the acid, which products you get? Non-metal salt plus hydrogen. Hydrogen gas. Remember this equation. Metal salt acid plus hydrogen. Metal salt plus hydrogen. Okay. And here you should remember this all chemical formulas. What is the chemical formula for magnesium or symbol for magnesium? That is Mg. Hydrochloric acid as a HCl. So after reaction of these two, you will get MgCl2 plus H2. This is not a balanced one, isn't it? Is it balanced or unbalanced one? Reaction? Unbalanced. So this is homework for you all. Balance this both the equation because these are unbalanced. So to make it balanced, what you all have to do, you know that. Both magnesium plus hydrochloric acid is equal to magnesium chloride. Here down I have given even chemical formulas also. Note it down later on. Okay. Yeah, I will upload. Don't worry. Next one, here you see some uses of acids. So what are the uses of acids? Here you can see citric acid and ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C, are found in orange juice. So these acids are very helpful, and even they are very advantageous for our body, which is already present in orange, right? So which acids are present in orange? That is citric acid and ascorbic acids. Next, carbonic acids and phosphoric acid give a bite to soft drinks. Yeah, soft drinks like soda, Pepsi, Coca-Cola or mango. Some soft drinks you can drink, right? So that soft drinks containing which type of acids? That is carbonic acids and phosphoric acids. And one more, acid in your stomach aid in a digestion. So without these acid, the food will not digest. Okay, hydrochloric acid is an acid which is produced inside your body and which will help for digestion, breaking of the food items which you are consuming. Okay, next one is sulfuric acid is the most widely used industrial acid in the world. It is used in making metals, paper, paints and fertilizers. So sulfuric acid is also one kind of the acid which is used for preparing metals or making the metals, papers, paints and fertilizers. So these are some common uses of acids. Remember, don't forget them. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now we shall wind up the class. Okay.